and welcome back to another video. I am super excited for today's video because I have a special guest who will be coming on to talk to you guys at lunchtime. I'm gonna rewind and show you what we had for breakfast this morning. I just finished lunch, and like I said, my special guest will come on at lunchtime and we're gonna just share a little bit about what he eats in a day, because this is a couple's what we eat in a day. Since it was the weekend, I decided to make a really fun breakfast, and it's like a peach cobbler oatmeal bake. Super delicious. And we recently went to our local orchard and picked these fresh peaches. We got 12 pounds of peaches and we have been loving them. I've never been peach picking before. I didn't even know peaches grew in Las Vegas, but it's peach season here. Apple season is in about 2 weeks. So yeah, we had so much fun picking peaches and then finding fun ways to eat them, besides just like obviously eating them fresh. So I cut up a ton of peaches, added some cinnamon, a little bit of maple syrup, and about a teaspoon of cornstarch. Mix that around, put it in a baking dish, and then did a oatmeal topping. So this is more of like a peach cobbler, but it's healthy. I mean, I think it's healthy. Plus, what a fun weekend breakfast. I put this in the oven at about 375 degrees for about 20 minutes, or until the peaches were soft and it was starting to bubble, and it was super delicious. This would also be a really great dessert, but I will actually type the recipe and leave it in the description box so you can make it. It would be really good with pears or apples or any other kind of fruit, blueberries. It would be really, really good. The topping is just oats, maple syrup, cinnamon, and a little bit of nut milk. Here I did cashew milk because when I cook for my husband and we're sharing a meal, he can't have almonds. But this just popped in the oven and baked right up, and it was so good. And we split this. I think I ended up cutting up 12 peaches, so it was a pretty hefty breakfast, but it was so delicious. If you give this recipe a try, tag me over on Instagram and let me know what you think, especially coming into apple season. If you're in the Midwest or somewhere that grows apples, this would be such a good make-ahead breakfast or weekend breakfast. Just substitute the peaches for apples. Today for lunch, we had a Green Chef meal, and if you have not tried Green Chef out, I highly recommend doing so. Green Chef is a USDA certified organic company with a variety of dishes for lifestyles, including vegan, hello, vegetarian, paleo, and keto. Their recipes are quick, easy, and step-by-step. The instructions, photos, and chef tips that are included in the guide are wonderful. Everything is hand-picked and delivered right to your door, so no need to go shopping for the ingredients, and you can try out so many delicious meals that are probably new to you that you would not think to create just by having them delivered right to your door. If you want to try Green Chef out, please go to greenchef.us/runningonplants100. Use code runningonplants100 to get $100 off plus free shipping on your first box. We personally love Green Chef, and I talk about it here when I interview my husband on this what we eat in a day, because for us it's a budget-friendly option. Instead of going out to eat, we can try new meals that feel fancy, and they're great for date nights that we can make right at home, especially during this time where everything is kind of up in the air. It's really fun for us to cook from home, plus it makes it really special. We have something different that we can order and bring in, and I personally love cooking. So if you're like me, you are budget conscious, you want to try new things, you love cooking from home, and you want to try new meals, I highly recommend giving Green Chef a try. Like I said, you can go to greenchef.us/runningonplants100. Use code runningonplants100 to get $100 off plus free shipping on your first box. I hope you will give them a try. We have loved every single meal that we've gotten from them. Their dishes are fantastic, and so many of the layers of the dishes are things I wouldn't personally try at home or even think of. Sometimes it gives us some dishes that we're like, what is this? A dish we had recently was a barley with an apricot jam, and it was amazing. And as many of you know, I don't cook with oil, so when the recipe calls for oil, I just leave it out and I will use water instead. Like for this dish, it called for oil, I just sauteed everything in water. So if you're oil free like me, don't worry about it. You can just leave that out of the dish and you'll still love it. It still has lots of flavor, lots of color, and you'll probably find a lot of new meals that you can remake from home. Because what I do is I keep all the recipe cards, and that way if I ever want to make a Green Chef meal again, I have the recipe on hand. Like I told you, I have a special guest here today. This is a what we eat in a day. You saw what we had for breakfast, which was peach cobbler. How did you like it?
It was delicious, yes. Oatmeal was a nice little change up with, did you put brown sugar in it? Or
Maple syrup.
Maple syrup, oh, okay, it was delicious, yeah.
It was just something different, and it's the weekend. I feel like it was a good brunch option before we went to the gym. But I have a very special question to ask Joe because it's the #1 comment I get on my channel. What do you eat?
Well, I survive on rocks, trees, and plants, just like Miranda makes. No, I'm just kidding. I honestly, whatever she makes is what I eat. So.
He's not a picky eater. When I went vegan, plant-based, he jumped right on board. And if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that we went really extreme with our grocery budget. All of last winter for 6 months, we were spending $35 or less a week. Right now we keep it at $50 or less a week. And he jumped on board with going plant-based because we were able to pay off all of our debt during those 6 months. So when I truly say that he eats whatever I make, whatever thing I come up with, he does.
I am vegan by proxy is the phrase we like to use. So whatever she makes is whatever I'll eat, and I don't complain because she takes the time to make it, and that's good enough for me. So.
And I have to ask him, what is like your favorite thing I make? I know I make a lot of meals and there's not a lot of things on repeat because I'm always trying to try new things for YouTube, and it just feels like it's a new lifestyle still after 18 months. So what's your favorite thing I make?
So I've always liked anything Asian cuisine type thing that she makes. That's a big thing. She made this mushroom gravy type thing recently that's amazing. It makes everything taste better. Those are a couple things. I mean, honestly, again, whatever she makes, she usually makes a good flavor for me too, so I'm not struggling.
He also loves everything with potatoes and green beans.
Oh, yeah.
Like literally this man
Fries,
could just eat mashed potatoes and green beans. So we're about to sit down with our lunch, which I just made from Green Chef. And yes, we love Green Chef. For us, this is our date day, and typically when we order Green Chef meals, we have them in place of going out to eat. It's still a budget-friendly option for us. Instead of going out to eat for 1 meal, we can eat at home and have 3 meals for about the same price, and we really love it. And this is actually a roasted cauliflower meal, and he loves roasted cauliflower, and I know he's gonna love the dressing. When you guys ask me about seasonings and dressings in my videos, he is the seasoning and dressing person. He loves lots of flavor with his food. So he helps me out too, because then I try new things because I know that he's gonna really like them. So we're gonna enjoy our lunch, and then we'll come back after a little bit and we'll show you what we're having for dinner. You'll see that whole recipe, and the peach cobbler recipe will be typed out in the description box below. So we'll see you here in just a little bit. Here is an example of a dinner that we do quite often. So I have all the ingredients here: fresh spinach, garlic, green beans, pasta, a sweet potato, and some mushrooms. Speaking of that mushroom gravy we were just talking about, I'm actually gonna make it because my husband asked me, what are we having for dinner tonight? And I was like, honestly, I didn't have a plan. What do you want? And he's like, I want that mushroom gravy and some pasta. So what I meant by an example of what we sometimes do for dinner is sometimes we both don't want the same thing completely, so we just do a different starch. I did a sweet potato because I really just wanted a sweet potato, and he wanted pasta. And normally I would do pasta, but I just wasn't feeling it this night. I was like, pasta doesn't sound good to me. I kind of want a potato. So I just kind of switched it up a little bit. I made him pasta. It doesn't take any longer. I made myself a baked potato really quickly. I honestly just threw my potato in the microwave. It takes like 4 minutes. And the mushroom gravy sounded wonderful to me. And then we just did spinach in 2 different ways. I kind of did it with a salad with balsamic, and then I threw his spinach into the pasta. So if you are cooking for multiple people, switching up the starch and maybe everybody gets their own starch is not a big deal. Another cool thing is if you batch cook, which I tend to always do during the week, I'll have lots of potatoes, rice made, we can switch out our starches and then kind of have our sides be whatever we would like. I will also type out the mushroom gravy recipe if you haven't snagged it from another video yet. I did add onions to this one, super good. I thought about adding the spinach to it, but I did save some for another recipe. So I didn't put the spinach in with it, but I bet you could. It would just kind of get obviously a little bit wilty, but it would be fine. But pasta and rice and potatoes and everything is good with this mushroom gravy. And someone actually said in the comment in my last video it would be really good like base for a soup. So I'm gonna try that once it gets a little chillier out. I have a couple ideas. And then I decided to make some lemon garlic green beans, which is actually a recipe from a really old Green Chef box we got over 2 years ago. We've actually been ordering Green Chef on and off for almost 3 years. So this is like a tip from them that they had one time, and I just always remember it. I've used it a few times in my recipe videos here, but it's just lemon juice till it's really hot, then you add some garlic and then the green beans and you let them steam for like 3 to 4 minutes, and they're so good. Fresh green beans are so good that way. So here is his and her meals. Like I said, we just switched the starch. It didn't take really any extra time. This meal was ready to go in about 10 or 12 minutes. And I think it was the perfect end to our what we eat in a day video. Thank you so much for watching our what we eat in a day. I almost said what I eat in a day, but you're here too, so it's what we eat in a day.
I'm a person.
I know. And you're a big eater. So he had an entire pound of pasta because people do wonder how much he eats. He eats a lot, don't you? You're a big power lifter dude who eats plant-based.
I need my food.
So thank you so much for watching today's What We Eat in a Day. I hope it gave you some ideas, if not just pure entertainment of what we eat as a couple on a plant-based diet. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you very soon in our next video.
Bye guys.
Bye. Actually forward, like looks, your head looks so big. Okay, hold on.
You gotta put these bloopers in.
Okay. Stop. How am I supposed to thank him for watching the video? I know.
Thanks for watching our What We Eat in a Day video. So long, farewell, adieu, adieu, adieu.